There's a feeling many men over 60 know all too well. It's the 3 a.m. wake-up call from nobody. It's the exhaustion that coffee can't fix. It's the quiet, frustrating sense that your body, your energy, your vigor, your masculine potency is slowly being turned down by a dimmer switch you can't control. You've probably told yourself, this is just part of getting older. Your doctor may have nodded and said the same. But what if that's not the full story? What if this slow fade isn't an inevitable part of aging, but the result of a specific silent deficiency robbing you of your vitality while you sleep? My name is Dr. Beatrice Shaw. I'm a urologist and men's health specialist, and for over a decade, I've helped men turn that dimmer switch back up. Today, I'm going to show you how. We're going to talk about one essential nutrient, often mistaken for a vitamin, that you can take at night. It is the key to unlocking deep sleep, resetting your hormones, and restoring the vigor and potency you thought was lost to time. Stick with me. The man you remember isn't gone. He's just waiting to be replenished. All right, let's get right to it. What is this one nutrient? The secret I'm talking about is magnesium. Now, as a man of science, I have to be precise. Magnesium isn't technically a vitamin, it's a mineral. In fact, I call it the spark of life, spark. Why? Because magnesium is a cofactor in over 600 biochemical reactions in your body. Think of your body as a highly advanced biological engine. The food you eat is the fuel, but magnesium is the spark plug. Without that initial spark, the fuel is useless. The engine won't start. You get no power, no energy, no performance. And here's the critical piece of information. As we age, our ability to absorb and retain magnesium plummets. It's a perfect storm of factors that creates this deficiency right when we need this master mineral the most. I call this the trifecta of depletion. First, depletion in our diet. Decades of modern agricultural practices have stripped our soil of magnesium. The vegetables, fruits, and grains we eat simply don't contain what they used to. On top of that, our modern diet is filled with processed foods, refined sugars, alcohol, and caffeine, all of which act like thieves, actively pulling magnesium out of your system. Second, disruption from medications. Many of us are on necessary maintenance medications for things like high blood pressure or acid reflux. But common water pills or diuretics cause you to excrete precious magnesium through your urine. And acid reflux medications called proton pump inhibitors suppress the stomach acid you need to properly absorb minerals like magnesium in the first place. And third, the biggest culprit of all, the drain from stress. Life doesn't get less stressful after 60. Financial worries, family concerns, health anxieties. This chronic stress keeps your body in a fight-or-flight mode, run by the hormone cortisol. And what is the primary fuel for the stress response? Magnesium. Your adrenal glands burn through your magnesium reserves to produce cortisol. To make matters worse, low magnesium levels make you less resilient to stress, which raises cortisol, which then burns more magnesium. It's a vicious downward spiral. It's an overdraft on your vitality account. And the first, most noticeable symptom of this overdraft is what happens when your head hits the pillow. Let's connect the dots. We'll start with sleep, because sleep is the foundation upon which everything else is built. Part 1, magnesium, the nighttime restorer. Inside your brain, you have a neurotransmitter called GABA. Think of GABA as your brain's primary brake pedal. It slows everything down, silences racing thoughts, and allows you to drift into deep sleep. Magnesium is essential for GABA to work. It binds to and stimulates your GABA receptors. Without enough magnesium, your brain's brake pedal is mushy. The on switch is stuck. This is why you lie in bed at night staring at the ceiling. Furthermore, magnesium plays a crucial role in regulating your body's master sleep hormone, melatonin. A deficiency leads to a chaotic sleep-wake cycle. You get that tired but wired feeling, and you never reach the deep, rejuvenating stages of sleep where your body does most of its physical repair. And that's where we get to the topics that brought many of you here today. Part 2: Magnesium, Masculine Vigor, and Potency. This is where my work as a urologist becomes central. Let's talk about testosterone. Your doctor may say your total testosterone is normal, but this is misleading. Much of your testosterone is bound to a protein called sex hormone binding globulin, or SHBG. When bound, it's inactive, like money locked in a safe. The testosterone that really matters is free testosterone. As men age, SHBG levels tend to rise, locking up more of your testosterone. Here's the key. Research has shown that magnesium competes with testosterone to bind to SHBG. When you have optimal magnesium levels, the magnesium binds to SHBG, leaving more of your testosterone free and biologically available to do its job. You're not adding a hormone, you're unlocking the power of the hormones you already have. Now, let's talk about potency and erections. An erection is a blood flow event. For it to happen, the smooth muscle cells in the arteries of the penis need to relax. The molecule that tells them to relax is called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the master regulator of vascular health. More no means better blood flow. Guess what is absolutely essential for the synthesis of nitric oxide? Magnesium. Magnesium deficiency is a primary driver of both high blood pressure and erectile dysfunction because it impairs nitric oxide production. So, when you are magnesium deficient, you're dealing with a triple threat: wrecking your sleep, locking up your testosterone, and crippling your blood flow. It's one foundational problem with 3 devastating consequences. At this point, you're probably asking, am I deficient? Let's run through a quick checklist. Do you have restless sleep and frequent nighttime waking, muscle cramps in your legs or feet, or eye twitches, fading morning erections, heightened irritability or anxiety, persistent fatigue, heart palpitations or flutters? If you nodded along, know that this is fixable. But, and this is a very important but, you can't just run to the pharmacy and grab any bottle of magnesium. The form you take is everything. First, what to avoid: magnesium oxide. It's cheap and common, but your body can hardly absorb it. For most people, it's just an expensive laxative. Steer clear. Now, for the forms you should take, these are chelated forms attached to an amino acid, which allows them to be properly absorbed. First, magnesium glycinate. This is my gold standard recommendation. It's bound to the amino acid glycine, which itself is a calming neurotransmitter. The glycine tells your brain cells to quiet down and even helps lower your core body temperature, a critical biological signal for deep sleep. You get a gentle, highly absorbable 1-2 punch for relaxation. Second, magnesium L-threonate. Think of this as the smart magnesium. Studies show it has the unique ability to cross the blood-brain barrier more effectively. If you feel that your mental sharpness is fading along with your physical vigor, this is the form to consider. It specifically targets magnesium levels in your brain, helping to clear out the cobwebs. Third, magnesium malate. This form binds magnesium to malic acid, a direct participant in the Krebs cycle, which is how your cells create energy. So this form is less about sedation and more about cellular rejuvenation. It is fantastic for combating deep fatigue and muscle soreness. Dosage is personal. A good starting dose is 200 mg of elemental magnesium taken 1 to 2 hours before bed. Read the back label for the elemental amount. After a week, you can consider increasing to 300 mg or 400 mg. But we can do even better. Magnesium works best as part of a team known as ZMA. That's magnesium, zinc, and vitamin B6. Zinc is a fundamental building block for testosterone. Vitamin B6 is the usher, helping to transport both zinc and magnesium into your cells. This synergistic stack, taken before bed, creates the optimal internal environment for recovery. Now I want to add one more powerful tool. If your primary concern is potency, there's another nutrient that works on a complementary pathway. The bonus tip is L-Citrulline. Remember we said nitric oxide is the key to erections? While magnesium helps the nitric oxide factory run, L-Citrulline provides the raw fuel. Now, a common question I get is, why not just take L-arginine? It's a great question. When you take L-arginine directly, much of it is broken down by your liver before it can reach your bloodstream. L-citrulline, however, cleverly bypasses this. It gets absorbed and is then converted to L-arginine by your kidneys, delivering it much more efficiently where it's needed to fuel nitric oxide production. It's a smarter delivery system for the exact same goal, dramatically improving blood flow. This is not a magic pill. This is a biological restoration. Here is a realistic timeline. In the first 7 nights, the first thing you'll notice is better sleep. You will wake up feeling more rested. Within the first 30 days, that better sleep pays dividends. Your energy levels stabilize, irritability lifts, and you'll notice the return of more frequent and firmer morning erections. 3 months and beyond is where the magic compounds. Your resilience to stress improves, your vigor and drive return. Your confidence in intimate situations is rebuilt on a true biological foundation of health. We've covered a lot of science, but I want to end by bringing it back to what matters. This journey isn't just about magnesium or nitric oxide. It's about what they give you back. It's about waking up with a quiet hum of energy, not the heavy cloak of fatigue. It's about looking in the mirror and seeing a spark in your own eyes again. It's about having the energy to be the man, the lover, the partner you still are inside. It's about trading anxiety for confidence, restlessness for deep peace, and fear for the knowledge that you have the power to reclaim your vitality one night at a time. This isn't about just living longer. It's about living better, with vigor, with passion, with unshakable confidence. Don't just accept the slow fade. Start replenishing what has been lost. Start tonight. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this video resonated with you, I would be so grateful if you'd click the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I'd love to hear from you. In the comments below, share one thing from this video that surprised you. Your journey can inspire another man who is lying awake right now, thinking he's alone. And finally, as a doctor, I must insist. The information in this video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Please consult with your personal physician before starting any new supplement regimen, especially if you have a kidney condition or are on medication. Thank you for watching. Be well and sleep deep.